Let's focus on the 2025 release of NextGen's Gastro suite. Today we're going to review auto hotkey or dot phrases as it's commonly referred to in NextGen. Auto hotkey dot phrases are configured with the auto hotkey configuration quick phrases pop-up. Every user gets to create their own, and with the practice configuration you can copy auto hot phrases from one person to another. The phrases are invoked by pressing dot, dot, and the shortcut phrase. If a person doesn't remember it, they can press dot, 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 and get their whole menu. We recommend using 3-letter shortcuts, but it is not limited to 3 characters. Remember that certain fields in any EHR may have a limitation. Your phrase may not fit when invoked. These phrases can be used in any module, such as tasking or even in the practice management system. Included in the phrases are shortcuts that can insert variables from your health record. You can reference the current date, the time, the current user's first, middle, and last name, and so forth. One of the very interesting use cases for auto hotkey would be to use these variables even outside of NextGen, as auto hotkey is desktop aware. In my example, I'm going to describe using a phrase for the patient to insert the patient's name. The use case here would be searching hospital records without having to constantly type the name in. You could also use elements of MRN if those were available. You can also now create complex phrases by remembering to include pronouns like he, she, they, along with male-female designations if you'd like. Another important component of auto hotkey is the ability to press the F2 key button to find waiting items that may need adjustment during an intake or another exam area. These waiting items are represented by 3 asterisks. These variables can be inserted into your own content associated with your phrases, along with the triple asterisk. So let's first see auto hotkey in action. Down here, I brought in an HPI that contains triple dots. If I press F2, it finds all the waiting triple asterisks. This allows us in real time to provide those items that are unique to the patient and this visit. This keeps the provider voice in the record while focusing in on the key items from their intake with the patient. Let's go ahead and expand that out and do the same thing in here, and then it will pop up and let me type to replace them. Now let's go ahead and invoke one of our phrases. If I want to document in the overall comment for the colorectal complaints, I can click in here, and if I forgot my shortcuts, I'll do 3 dots and I'll see my phrases. So there's a phrase, and again, F2 will work in there. Let's go ahead and watch the macro work without pressing 3 dots. For my current patient, I'm going to ... pat spacebar to invoke auto hotkey to return the patient's name. And there's Alfred Stromberg, our current patient. In this use case, I wanted to describe how we could do that outside of the NextGen EHR. This will save keystrokes and eliminate cut and paste accidents. Here I am in a simple browser search, and I'm going to do ... pat space. And now I could search that patient in any system without having to retype the name. Innovation for our NextGen community of gastroenterologists. We appreciate you.